K&K Premiumjagd is one of Europe's leading hunting agencies, and you're a perfect partner to deliver hunting adventures across the globe. Passionate about hunting and sustainability, we offer only the finest hunting destinations that promote ethical and sustainable hunting. Working with only the very best hunting estates and wild game reserves that have been rigorously tested by our own team, we ensure that our game is properly managed to provide healthy herds for generations to come. The beautiful Blumberg Estate in eastern Germany is home to an impressive population of European game. Before the sun has even risen, the hunting party are out and heading to their high seats. Roe deer, like most game, will be up and about at first light to feed before the temperature rises and they need to find somewhere to lay down in the midday heat. Before Sebastian can even get to his seat, he's been spotted. Sebastian continues quietly, and to his left there's a group of mouflon feeding. He climbs carefully into the high seat and glasses the lawn ahead of him. A crane makes its way from the forest into the clearing to feed. As the sun begins to climb above the trees and the temperature rises, all seems quiet in the clearing and the game seems to have moved on from the meadow and into the forest for the day. Sebastian makes his way down from the high seat and back to the main house. The team has seen plenty of game and there's been success in other high seats. The team at Blumberg dress, weigh and store the game in the chiller as they share a morning coffee. Barbara heads out for an afternoon outing. She walks quietly and carefully, glassing through the forest as she goes. She spots a wild boar, but it hasn't hung around. She makes her way into her high seat and gets her rifle and scope set for the range she expects to shoot. Barbara has a good-sized clearing ahead of her, surrounded by forest. This is a high-traffic feeding area for all sorts of game, so Barbara is hoping she will have her pick of the bucks today. Before too long, a roe doe emerges from the forest and begins to feed in the clearing. Barbara watches it carefully as it makes its way into the open. The beautiful young doe is nervous and continually looking around whilst feeding. Before long, the doe is spooked. Her afternoon feed has been hijacked by two bigger and braver animals. A crane has emerged from one side of the woods and a wild boar from the other. The pair eye each other cautiously, but neither wants to give up their feeding rights. The crane bravely flaps its long wings and the boar makes a dash for cover. But soon enough he returns and grunts away, trying to stamp his own authority on the feeding area. The crane is spooked momentarily, but soon returns. As the pair of them battle it out for territorial rights to the feeding area, Barbara watches quietly. Although it's a nice wild boar to take, Barbara has a heart set on a Roebuck. It's the start of Roebuck season in Germany, and it's been a few months since she last took a buck. Barbara doesn't want to risk spooking a buck in the nearby forest by shooting at a boar. Another roe deer makes a dash across a clearing, but it's not the buck Barbara is looking for. Barbara watches quietly as the roe feeds on the low-hanging branches on the edge of the woods. Two more wild boar emerge from the forest. And any other day that would be great news for Barbara. But they're not Roebuck. She lets the pair of them feed as the sun begins to fade. The party is joined by a noisy badger, and still Barbara waits quietly and patiently. However, soon the light fades and the hunt is over. Barbara packs her things and heads back to the main house without her buck. Tomorrow is another day. Across the estate, Ian Harford is led to the high seat by his guide. He makes his way into the seat and settles for the evening. Ian sits in a high seat on the edge of a huge field, and he can see for some distance ahead. As the sun fades in the sky, a roebuck emerges on the edge of the field. Ian prepares his rifle and gets the buck in his sights. He fires and the roebuck drops instantly. Ian makes his way over to the buck and admires the beautiful trophy he's taken. Another successful member of the hunting party at Blumberg, and with a great shot and a nice buck. Back at the main house, Sebastian shares a cold beer with Ian and Barbara. The walls of the main house are filled with trophies, bucks and antlers. You're surrounded with so much history and heritage at Blumberg that you feel as though you're part of the many generations who have hunted here before. And we feel privileged that Erimar von der Osten has allowed us to take part in the management of his magnificent estate. Hunting at Blumberg is offered exclusively by K&K Premiumjagd and only for a few intervals throughout the year. Because of this, the game population is not unduly pressured, and as a result, the animals migrate freely across the estate, following their traditional feeding, breeding and daily habits. Combining beautiful landscapes, magnificent game animals with ethical management, plus easy travel and one of Europe's most beautiful cities on the doorstep, Blumberg is the perfect European hunting destination. Key to the success of any K&K hunt is the community spirit and friendly atmosphere provided before, during and after every hunt to ensure each hunter has a truly memorable experience. Weidmann's Heil. K&K Premiumjagd is your perfect partner for hunting trips around the world. Hunting, passion, sustainability. To find out more or book your Blumberg hunting adventure of a lifetime, visit the website at premium-jagdreisen.de.